Hi friends, my name is Rohan Thakur, and I'm bringing a series of class 10 mathematics for you guys, in which I will teach each and every concept from basics to the required level, and we will solve the each and every problem of the exercise and some of the examples as well, so you can score the well and can understand the concepts very well practically as well. So here, if you have not subscribed my channel till now, that is CodeShip. So subscribe it please and press the bell icon for the notification of the this type of video, which will be I will bring in the future. Right. So without wasting our time, let's start our class. So our class will start from the chapter wise, like sequence wise. This is very first chapter of the class 10 mathematics, which name is real number. So here I what is real number? Real number is a number which can be represented on the number line. Fine. Okay. So you can see here, this is a number line, and if I will write here 0, then this is 1 and this is 2, 3 here, and number still going on. Okay. There is no end of the number on the number line. And the here is a minus numbers comes -1, -1, -2, -3. Okay, so every number which can be represented on this number line. Suppose there is a number, suppose this is a number which is a 1.9. So it is also a real number. Okay, every number, its basic definition is every number which can be represented on the number line, it is known as the real number. Okay, so here real number can includes this hierarchy as well. It is you not need to remember this hierarchy, this is for your understanding only. Okay, it includes the positive integer, negative integers, irrational number, fractions, or all are example of real numbers. Okay, these are the positive integer. Okay, this is the negative integer. Remember one thing, 0 is not a positive integer, not a negative integer. Okay, this is the positive integer and this is the negative integers. So here we just move ahead. Our first topic, our next is Euclid's division lemma. What this lemma says? Euclid's division lemma states that given two integers a and b, there are two integers, suppose a and b, and there exists a unique pair of integers q and r such that there are two integers. There exists unique pair. What it is saying? Unique pair of integers. Okay, q and r, such that we can represent this a and b and qr in the form of like this: a is equals to b into q, b into q plus r. It is very similar to that dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, it is written here. Suppose a is our dividend. Okay, and our divisor will be b, and our quotient will be q, and our remainder will be r. Okay, it is very similar to this. Okay, so why this Euclid's division lemma is like it where it is useful? Okay, we will see here in the Euclid's division algorithm. Okay, this lemma actually used here. Okay, so in other words, we can also say a given pair of dividend and divisor. There are a given pair of dividend and divisor. This is the dividend and this is the divisor. Then the quotient and the remainder obtained for this particular pair A and B will be unique. Okay, what it will be? Unique. So just a minute, I will give you the example. Okay, just keep patience here. So I want to introduce one word is also here, algorithm, because it is used here. Okay, so you may not be familiar with the algorithm. What do you mean by algorithm? Actually, algorithm is a series of well defined steps which gives a procedure for solving a type of problem. Okay, actually, in simple words, if we say algorithm is a step of step representation of some solution. Okay, for solving a given problem. Suppose we have a given problem. If we want to, if uh, if you want to solve the problem, then you will define the steps. Okay, from first steps till the last step until this problem gets solved. Okay, so these steps representation is known as the algorithm. That's why here algorithm word is used, Euclid's division algorithm. So we'll see each and every step of this algorithm. What this algorithm says: Euclid's division algorithm is a method used to find the HCF. Okay, what is a HCF? HCF is a highest common factor. What it is? It is a highest. Okay, what is the highest common factor? I will show you in just a minute. Okay, suppose there are two number. Let's say there is a number which is 35 and the 42. Okay, 35 and the 42. If I will just what will be its what will be its LCM? LCM it's its divisions number. What it will be? It will be 5 into 7. Okay, it's factor actually. Okay, 5 into 7. 5 sevens are 35. And what will be for the 42? 42 can be for the lengthy, but we can see a 7 6 are 42. Okay, or we can say 7 into 2 into 3. So you can see here only one common factor is there, which is very highest. Okay, one common factor is here, which is very highest. It is the 7. So HCF of so HCF of 35 and 42 is 7. This is the highest common factor. Okay, we have to simply factors the number and we have to take the common factors and we have to multiply that common factors with each other. Okay, so we will get our answer. Here only 7 is coming, that's why 7 is only 7. 7 into 1 7, 7 sorry. Okay, so HCF of 35 and 42 is 7. So I will just show you this algorithm, how this algorithm is work in finding the HCF. Okay, we will just understand it with the help of an example, then I will explain these statements. Okay, yeah, so we will find the HCF of 445 and 42. Okay, with the help of Euclid's division lemma. Suppose this is our two number which is a and b. What it is? It is a and b. Okay, so suppose if I want to factor this in the form of p and q, like this: a is equals to b into q, a is equals to b into q plus r. If I want to factor these numbers like this, so what I will do, I will just divide this 455 by 42. Okay, 455 by 42, because we have to write this like this: dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. That's why. So what here will come: 42 1 the 42, and the yeah, 42 1 the 42, and the 3 will here and 5 will come here. So no multiply will happen here. I will put the 0 here. Okay, it is a rule. So 455 will be can be written in this form, like 455 is equals to, this is our solution. Okay, what it is? It is our solution. So 455 is equals to 42 into 10, 42 into 10 plus remainder, which is 35. Okay, so you can see here clearly what it is. I will just change my pen color. Here it is a, it is a b, it is a b, and it is our q, and this is our r. Okay, so we have obtained the unique pair of q and r. No other q, other value will come, can come at the place of q and r. Okay, for this pair 45 and 42, for this type of representation. Okay, so what will, okay, so here that our a will be for, a is here, a 400, a is 455, b is 42, q is 10, and r is 35. So what I have to here, that our we have to look this divisor. Okay, this divisor, just I write here divisor and the remainder. Okay, we have to do thing with this divisor and the remainder. Okay, so this divisor and remainder will become our new and new b. Okay, just write right here what this divisor will become our new a and new b. Okay, so we have to apply this rule on the new and new b. Suppose this is our the divisor 42 and that remainder is our 35. Okay, remainder is our 35, then we have to apply on this. Okay, not always divisor will become the that new a. Whatever is greater between that divisor and the remainder, that will become our a. Okay, so here you can see as 42 is greater than 35, that's why I have taken 40, I have assigned this 42 to the A. Okay, so this is our new A and new B. So what I will just again apply that 42 is equals to, how can I write it? Again I have to divide that A by B. That means 42 will be divided by the 35. Okay, greater number will be divided by the smaller number. Then 35 and the 35, and what will remain here? 7 only. Okay, what will remain here? 7. So what I can do, you can see here, yeah, it's a 35 and the 35, and the 7 will remain here. Okay, uh, yeah, actually 7 will be our remainder, and this will be like, yeah, I can write here 35. Okay, what 35, how we say, this is our dividend and this is our divisor. So here our 35 is divisor. Okay, this is our divisor, this is our divisor, this is our divisor, and this is our remainder. What it is? It is our remainder. Okay, it is our remainder. So what will we do? We'll just make this 35 and 37 new and new b. And how we choose it? We choose on the basis of which is greater. Okay, as you can see here, this 35 is greater, so I will choose this divisor as a new a, and this remainder as a new b here. Okay, new b. So we can see here, again we have to apply that process. uh, Up to which steps we have to apply this process? We have to apply this process until this r will become 0. Okay, until this r will become 0, we have to apply this process at that time. Okay, remainder, until remainder has become 0. So what I will do, I will just write here 35 is equals to, if I will just divide it by 7, then simply it is a 7 5s are 35, quotient over 5, and remainder will be 0. Okay, so you can see here, this is our divisor, this is our divisor, this is our divisor, and this is our remainder. What it is? It is our remainder. Okay, it is our remainder here, remainder here. Okay, so you can see here that remainder has become 0 here. So what is our answer? Our actually our HCF, not answer, our HCF of that, we are finding the HCF of 445 and 42 is 7 here. Okay, 45, 445 and 42 is a 7 here, because this remainder has become 0. Okay, this is the Euclid's division algorithm. Okay, so I will just explain you once again what I did. I have just write this 455 and 42 in the form of dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So what I have did here, what I have done here, I have divided this 42, this 445 by 42. Okay, see, you can see here what it is. It is a 42 into 10 plus 35, which is a 35 is a remainder. Okay, and our divisor is here 42. Our divisor is here 42. So after that, what I have did, we have to make this divisor and the remainder. If we have to check first, if our remainder is 0, not it is not a 0, then we have to make this divisor and remainder our new and new b. And how we will choose it? Always remember, a should be greater than the b. Okay, while choosing the new and new b. So I have chosen here 42 as a new a, our new a, and the b will be our new b will be 35. Okay, then again we will apply that process on this, that dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so we have to divide this 42 by the 35, then 35 by the 35, and the 7 will remain here. Okay, remainder as a remainder. So you can see here 42 is equals to 1 into 35 plus 7. So here our 35 is a divisor. What here our 35 is a divisor and the 7 is a remainder. So we have to make this, we have to check first, is our is r is equals to 0, our remainder is 0, not it is not 0. Then what we have to do, we have to make this divisor our new a and this remainder our new b. Okay, and then we have to apply that same process again. Okay, uh, okay, I just write here a, here our a has become the 35 and b has become the 7 here. Okay, new a and b, you have to write each and every step. Okay, because your exam will be subjective, okay, not objective. This has become the new and a newbie. So what I will do here, that then I have to apply the process again on these numbers, these two a and b. Then we are going to find the divisor and the remainder uniquely p and the q, okay. So you can see here, this is our 7, okay. 7 into 5 35, 7 5 is the 35 and plus 0, because our remainder will remain the 0 in this case, okay. So here we have to stop, and our answer will be, our HCF will be, this divisor, okay. At the end, when the r will become 0, at that step our HCF will be this divisor. So as you can see here, our HCF of 455 and 42 is a 7. Not only HCF of 455 and 42 is 7. If you will observe if you will observe wisely, so you can see here the HCF of this a, which is our the last new a and b, which is I can say HCF of 35 and 7. It is also a 7, okay. What is the highest common factor between these two number? It is also a 7, okay. It is also a 7. And bef- before this step, what was our new and new b? Our new a and new b will be 42 and 35. So you will observe here, its HCF is also a 7 here. Yeah, I have given this example at the very starting, okay. HCF of 35 and 42 is 7. So here HCF of 35 and 42 is also 7. So HCF of each and in these steps, in this Euclid's division algorithm, HCF of each new a and b is a h is the HCF of the last new and a and b, okay. What I mean, whatever the HCF we have find at the last step, that HCF is the HCF of all the new and a and b of that particular problem. Fine. So yeah, you can see here this thing, okay. I will also take one more example, don't worry, okay.